What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome in if you're new. I believe if you were here yesterday, you definitely heard me say, but for those who are not, doing our mock draft V2 today. So, what's going to make V2 different than V1? V1, the Browns had different draft picks. I think we were picking at 28 in that draft. Mock draft V2, we still don't have a coach, but we know we're 6 and 24. Also, I say my pro football focus free draft for the day. So, we're going to do a 3-round draft on there. I'm probably going to do about 5-round draft on the NFL mock draft database. So you'll be getting 2 mock drafts in this video. Updates. Some board risers. I think we're going to see me draft one. He's kind of becoming more of a popular pick. No major signings. Like once probably the next one will come like by free agency period when I know head coaches, who's on the team, offensive systems. We could start to dive into more to who would be perfect fits and whatnot. But right now, we're just going to get our second mock draft out with the updated picks, knowing exactly where the Browns are drafting. Let's go ahead and get straight on into it. Our first one, boom, as you can see right here. Shout out to my transitions. I'm getting kind of good at this. We got our pro football focus mock draft here. So, yes, we will be selecting the Browns. And we will be doing a 3-round mock draft. As you guys see, we're moving on up in the world. So, let's hop straight into it. We go ahead and hit start draft. Also, for these mock drafts, still doing no trades, just kind of straight chalk. So, did they remove him? I was about to say that was the big news today is that Dante Moore is not declaring for the NFL draft. And see, Pro Football Focus is all over it already. The other systems might not, but they're all over it. Dante Moore not declaring for the NFL draft. So, quarterback is looking real slim for those who want it in the NFL. They got the Jets taking Arvell Reese instead. Jeremiah Love off the board. Wow. So, in this case, we got Jordan Tyson and Carnell Tate on the board for our Cleveland Browns. Wow, this is a choice for sure for the guys here. Last time we did this, Carnell was not on the board. So it was an easy choice taking Jordan Tyson. I think this time with Carnell Tate here, we're gonna go Carnell Tate. I think let me because yes, for if the team hadn't changed right now, I think Carnell Tate would be the better fit. Assuming that everything was chalk, we know no adjustments. We're gonna go Carnell Tate here at 6. Super solid receiver. You know what you're getting. A big dog who could play big routes. He's gonna give us that over the top threat, that bigger body receiver. Give us some credibility over the top. Hopefully, shift Jerry Jeudy and Isaiah Bond into space if we don't take some other guys here later. So here's the great thing. Last time when we did this mock draft, we had no tackle options. I think when I spun around to this pick, but now we're at the 24th pick, and look at all these guys sitting right here for us. We got Proctor, we got Lomu, we got Monroe Firely, we got Jennings Dunker, who's going to be a great guard in the league. We got Caleb Tiernan, even though those are all second-round picks. I don't know why I said all of them, but now we add Carnell Tate. Guys, I think the chalk pick here is Caleb Lomu. I love Lomu, true left tackle for Utah, good pass blocker, solid zone blocker. I think he's got a lot of room to improve in the NFL as well. But I think he's also a guy that at worst is going to be a solid tackle. And like I've said in many videos, the Browns are looking for solid offensive line play. I'm not here for Caden Proctor. I think a lot of Browns fans are still very, very scarred by Jedrick Wills. And this is kind of a similar thing, a guy with a lot of potential, but may not live up to it. High riser here, and Monroe Freerling coming out early from Georgia. Great footwork, a mountain at tackle, 6'7", I believe. Let me see if they'll let us know here. Does it say analysis? First look. Yeah, 6'7", 315. I mean, a giant out there at tackle. But right now, I think we're gonna get Caleb Lomu. And I mean, guys, Browns fans, if those are our first 2 picks, I mean, I feel like the whole nation's going home happy. And we got this is man. All right, so this is a scenario we could see. This is insane with the whole Moore thing now, or maybe Ty Simpson won't drop this far. If you're like, for whatever goal you have for the Cleveland Browns, this is a amazing slotting here. Monroe Freerling, who I was just talking about. I'm talking drafting 2 tackles that could be studs on both sides. You got Ty Simpson. If you believe in the quarterback, if you believe in him, me personally, I don't buy it. But guys, here's my sleeper. I guess you can't even call him a sleeper anymore because of how well Indiana's been playing. But I've been all over Elijah Surratt this whole draft process so far. I mean, this dude is an absolute dog. He reminds me of Keenan Allen because he looks like him, but I mean, this guy just catches everything. He's been there for Mendoza all year, and I think he's part of the reason why Mendoza looks so good. What I do want to take a look at is some of the interior linemen that we'd be looking at. Bazantis, love him. Someone who's probably going to be around for us in the third round. We got Dunker still here. So we're waiting to see if we could pull on a Dunker or a Tiernan. I think if we do wait, Freeling is a really, really intriguing pick. I kind of want to look at the receivers too. Let me see if there's anyone I think I'll like if we wait. I mean, Cooper's another great pick. I mean, I think both the Indiana receivers are dogs. I don't think Bernard's gonna drop. Don't really love Daniels from what I've seen so far. Lane's another guy, but I think Lane's a guy we would have went with had we drafted Jordan Tyson. Feel like Lane and Carnell Tate do a little bit of the same thing for the Cleveland Browns. This is a tough choice, honestly, between Freeling and Surratt. Ah man. Ah man. I think I'm gonna go Surratt because we really need that firepower. And I think Surratt and Tate really just the things that does for your wide receiver room. And we're just gonna have to hope that we got another guy that we could try to reach and get here at guard. And Freeling dropping all the way to third round, I don't think that'll be a thing that happens when you do get to the actual NFL draft. Omar Cooper still there as we kind of hypotheticalize. Bazantis still there. That's a guy I love. I feel like that's going to be the chalk pick here. We're going to get Bazantis. Or not Bazantis, Bazantis. And we're going to close out our draft here. This quick 3-round draft. I'm ready to see what the grades are. They might not have loved all the picks. We'll see. Let's get our grade in here. Earned a reward, so that might be something good. We switch back to me. We got Chase Bazantis in the third, Elijah Surratt in the second, Caleb Lomu in the first, along with Carnell Tate. I think that's a great draft for us so far. So now we're going to head over and we're going to do our 5-round mock. All right, guys, here we go. Right back into it. Made sure I hopped on here. I switched up Pro Football Network. They've got it updated that Dante Moore is not committing to the NFL draft. So right here, the Jets take Ruben Bain instead. Arvell Reese goes to the Titans, and Carnell Tate goes to the Giants. So to be pretty on tab with what we've been doing, I'm thinking we just go Jordan Tyson again because we really just need the offensive firepower. I like Fano, but with our improved 24th pick, we will be able to get tackle help later in the draft, I'm assuming. So we go with our guy, Jordan Tyson. Let me hide these because we're not doing trades. See who goes off the board. We get Lemon off the board, Fano off the board, Lomu going very early in this one, Francis as well. So Caden Proctor looks to be the guy that's left, but I told you guys I don't like Caden Proctor. Now, this draft site may not respect him as much, but Monroe Freeling, guy I talked about in the last rounds, I think this is where he'll actually be selected as a late first-round pick. He's been rising up a lot of boards. I think he's a very capable guy. I'm going to go ahead, reach and get Monroe. This site probably won't like it via grade, but this is a guy who's an absolute dog. Like I said, 6'7" over there at tackle. Gonna be a great pass protector for us. Amazing footwork. So now we slide to pick 39, and we look at the board. Emmanuel McNeil Warren is an interesting guy. Someone I don't know if I've talked about too much yet, but out of Toledo, a great safety. Toledo's turning into DBU quietly, as we saw Quinyon Mitchell having an interception last week, even though the Eagles unfortunately got eliminated. Let's take a look at the board, see what we got. Receivers are not as high as Surratt. See, all the draft boards are very unique in who they choose to like. But our guy, Emmanuel Pregnon, on the board is another guy that could be honestly a first-round pick. For the sake of it, since we're here, we'll go ahead and grab him in the second round. As we move on, guys flying off the board. And here we see Elijah Surratt sitting on the board still. Now, there's a world where he becomes a third-round pick. I'm buying. If you could get Tyson and Surratt in here, I mean, this is a beautiful draft. Like, you just love what you're seeing for your team. Like I said, we're doing a 5-round mock this time. Here's a quick top 5. So now we've addressed 2 linemen, 2 receivers. So we take a broad look at the board. Lander Barden, nice linebacker. Not loving any of the tackles out of Oregon. If you saw the Texas Tech game, this guy, Harkey and Isaiah World were getting absolutely dog walked by David Bailey, who, to be fair, is an amazing player. But personally, I'm okay on that, on drafting one of them. So we've gone guard. We've gotten 2 receivers. We're not gonna need one more of those. Looking at tackle, not loving it. Not loving any of the names I'm seeing here at guard either. So we'll probably just go ahead and look at defense, see who we think are the top players left. I don't think they go linebacker here, even though, but Harold Perkins is interesting. Depends on what'll happen with Devin Bush. He said he wants to come back. If you keep Jim Schwartz, you know it's a mainly 2 linebacker system. So you got those 2 guys. Harold Perkins could be a rotational player for sure. But I think taking a shot on a guy like Takario Davis, 6'3" corner. But then again, we got some big guys already. So you kind of need a slot guy. Let me see. Let me see. A little bit shorter, a little Preston Hodge out of Colorado. I'm still not loving it though. So I think we're gonna go Perkins or Wheatley. And because of the injuries to Schlesinger, I think we're gonna go Perkins to just give us some depth in that linebacker room. Not everyone's gonna love that move. But I think once you get 2 linemen, and I mean, you don't want to take them all in a row. I think we're going to need some help. And Devon Marshall, I know that's a slot corner, smaller guy, 5'11". Solid. Not going to act like I know everything about every guy at this stage in the draft. But this is our round 5 pick. As you can see, the Browns have 1,000,000 picks in round 5. This is our top 5 so far. I think we're going to go ahead and we're going to check guard one more time. Still not just it's slim pickings once you get to this point. This isn't where you want to be picking your guys. You're gonna go ahead and grab Marshall, guy to help out in the slot. And now we're really just looking for best available players. We're looking at who we like on the board, who we think can help us. Not loving Bryce Lance. Not loving what I'm seeing. Nick Singleton. Chase Roberts, a nice deep threat receiver for BYU. Lewis Moore, like an Indiana safety. Give yourself some more depth. But I think we're going to just kind of we'll probably go top ranked tackle just to give yourself a chance. If they could come in and show a little bit of hope, maybe give DeWanda a little bit of competition because it's looking like Teller and Conklin are out the door and it's going to be DeJuan Jones's job to lose at tackle. But in the case of not before, if the team is set as it is now, that would be the case. In a ideal world, you draft a guy like Monroe, and that's a right tackle, and you sign like a Rasheed Walker in the offseason, that's your left tackle. You slide Pregnon in next to like a Tevin Jenkins at guard, and then we figure out center, who we haven't looked at yet. I know there's probably not any great. Oh, well, the man himself, Jake Slaughter, right there, missing out on a gem. Go ahead and snatch him up. Like I said, a favorite of mine for these drafts. Nick Singleton, not really needed. Rocket Sanders actually showed a lot of promise down the stretch this year for the guys. So, I mean, with a healthy Judkins, Rocket, and Dylan Sampson, I think we're actually pretty good at running back. Take a shot at Carson Beck if you want another guy in the QB room, but I don't really think they're going to do that. I think we look safety, edge def, perhaps like if a Kamara was still on the board. Not looking like it. Caden Curry, I think that's fine. Or Romello Height, who I thought was getting more draft. Some of these boards need to like really get updated, but at least they took at least they had taken Dante Moore off the board. We're going to go Romello Height here. A little bit of edge def out of Texas Tech. And that'll end our draft. So we're going to see. And there we go. You get Jordan Tyson, Monroe Freeling, Emmanuel Pregnon, Elijah Surratt, Harold Perkins, Devin Marshall, Jake Slaughter, Romello Height. Loving this draft as well. Absolutely loving it. So, guys, as I switch it back over to me, the big thing here is we're in a much better spot with the Jags losing in the first round. That's the whole thing. You were looking at a pick that was glorified, basically a glorified second round pick that is now at least a top. It's the back middle part of the first round, and you're going to probably still get a starter quality guy. Tackles, like I said, that I like. Fano's amazing. It's Fano and Mayaga if you're looking to take a tackle at 6. It's a little bit of a reach, but there's always the possibilities of trade backs. I haven't really factored that in yet. I think we might do some trade back drafts later on. But you got those guys if you want to take a tackle there. You got your pick of Jordan Tyson, Carnell Tate, and Makai Lemon at the 6th spot for a receiver. Then at the back end, you're going to have your guys like Fano, Freeling, Proctor if you like him. I don't really like him. Those guys, the Penn State guard, those are going to be all your guys there. Second round, we're looking now at the Jennings Dunkers, the Pregnons, the Surratts if you want to go receiver. So all that's available. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Of course, you guys loved the last mock draft video, so I'm excited to get this one out. A little bit of a different approach this time on one and a similar approach on the other, but I'd love to see. I had a good conversation with a guy on what he thought about Carnell Tate and Jordan Tyson. I do think Tyson's going to be the better player. I do think Tate is a pretty safe pick as well. Someone who will also have his role to play in the NFL. But till next time, guys, as always, stay blessed. Follow me on Instagram, TikTok. Check out my YouTube shorts. And I'll see you guys next time.